want to go to college? If you're a senior or even a junior, you've probably been asked this question more times than you can count. Colleges come down to two specific types of group, public and private. I hope I can cut your choices in basically half by the end of this speech. To help me decide on a college, I completed lots of research on the similarities and differences of public and private colleges. To become well-rounded on this topic, I looked into several factors. These were the average number of students and the graduation rate for both schools, the average price difference for both in-state and out-of-state tuition, the opportunities for social activities and extracurriculars, and then I looked into the number of majors that both schools can offer. The first point we are looking into is the number of students and the graduation rate for both types of schools. According to Statista.com, in the year 2020, there were 14.61 million students that went to public colleges compared to 5.14 million that attended private colleges. In 2018, the National Center for Education Statistics found that public schools had an average of 61% compared to 67% for the private colleges. The next thing we are going to discuss is the price difference for both schools, for in-state and out-of-state tuition. When it comes down to pricing, there's a significant difference. For example, private schools don't have different prices for in-state versus out-of-state students. U.S. News found that in the 2018-2019 school year, private schools cost an average of $35,676 compared to public schools for in-state was $9,716 and for in-state and then $21,629 for out-of-state students. Thirdly, and here's a graph showing the differences in pricing. This first bar represents the private colleges, while this one represents the public colleges. As you can see, there's a significant difference in the graph bar sizes. Thirdly, we are going to talk about the social activities that both schools offer. Ellen Anderson broke down the differences of social life and extracurriculars that both private and public colleges offer. When discussing the extracurriculars, she says there's not many differences. The only one is the difference in sizes of the groups you're with, private schools being smaller since they have less students. There were also not many differences in the social life aspect either, just with public groups being larger and they have more chances to do stuff off campus. Another thing we're going to talk about is the number of majors that private and public colleges offer. Even after extensive research, I did not find an exact number of majors that both of the colleges offer. All of the articles I read said that private colleges have fewer majors they offer since they had fewer students to meet the needs of. According to Capex.com, another difference is how the two schools are funded. Public schools are typically funded from state governments, while private colleges are funded from private donations and their students' tuitions. In conclusion, we talked about the average number of students and the graduation rate of those students, the price differences and the opportunities for social activities and different activities that both schools offer. We talked about how both schools are funded, and we talked about the different number of majors each school provides. I hope these are things you consider when you decide on a college, but ultimately, no one can make that decision besides you. It comes down to whatever makes you happy. Thank you.